What is up YouTube, it's your boy SmackNPie here. Bam, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not wasting any more time today. What you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, is your first official look at Dark Deception Chapter 5 Teaser 02's first teaser. Yep, I am not making this up, and before any of y'all say, what is up with this quality? Why does this look? The first teaser was in 4K, it's actually just a frame from the upcoming Teaser 02. It was confirmed a couple days ago that the Chapter 5 Teaser 02 is actually supposed to drop mid to later next month. So around Tokyo Game Show 2025, which is happening of course in Tokyo, which is of course in Japan. Some of y'all need to get your geographies right. My geography is doo-doo. But ladies and gentlemen, let's break this down. But before we break this one down, actually we need to go back to the Chapter 5's first teaser, Teaser 01. Actually even before that. It was confirmed that these teasers that we're going to get, with the exception of gameplay that we're actually going to get to see in future trailers, is that these teasers are mostly thematic, cinematics if you will, just to give us an idea and the build-up that is leading towards the theme and the tone of Chapter 5. You've already seen that in Chapter 5 Teaser 01, the internal conflict of Doug Hauser, the conflict that Malak and this nightmare realm is feeding off of, the dark energy is feeding off of from Doug Hauser's guilt, fear, and all those emotions. We're not going to go deep into those because we've already talked about this, like the manifestation of those emotions, of that conflict in actual form of Tammy Hauser and Clarissa Elise Hauser. But that is not Clarissa. This is not Clarissa and Tammy Elise Hauser. This is Lucky the Rabbit in a freaking fuck of a Lincoln Lock. So when we ask what this is and when we ask where this is, it becomes a little less important about the location and where we are. I mean, we're still gonna theorize because we've seen in Chapter 5 Teaser 1 that thing happen, the whole thing that Doug Hauser just went through in whatever dark place that he was. It happened right after Holiday Horror and just before Prison Panic. So I wanted to make it clear that just because we see where it happens doesn't exactly mean that it's going to happen one-to-one. It's more of a metaphoric representation of the events that are happening, that are unfolding, because timeline doesn't flow the same way in Nightmare Realms that it does in real world. Okay, now that being established, let's get back to this teaser at hand. This teaser, we see Lucky the Rabbit in a place that is completely destroyed. Fires all over the place. What is the spring trap? You know, if this teaser had dropped a couple of years ago, fans it would have been a wild day on FNAF and DD Twitter. But that's not the point here. We see this boo-boo doo-doo pig head, just his head. We don't know where his body is, maybe under the rubble and whatnot, but just his head with Lucky's smirk. See, even Lucky knows, even after everything, Pig still sucks. He couldn't make it in here. This thing got destroyed. But I've seen some theories online talking about some Lucky. Why did Lucky kill Penny and the pig? Who says anything about a Lucky killing anyone? I know for a fact that he's smirking and I know he has those red eyes, but also this is not what we think it is, right? And for those who are asking why the model looks weird, is because the upcoming Enhanced Plus brings about new environments. Well, not new environments, but more like upgraded environments, upgraded models. And this is one of the upgraded Lucky models, as you can see on your screens, right? So now with that being established, because those new models are going to go from Enhanced Plus to Chapter 5 as well. And one of you guys actually explained the new Joy Kill model is that model is probably going to be after we defeat the Joy Kill boss in Mascot Mayhem, and then, ladies and gentlemen, that burned Joy Kill model is going to be featured in the post-boss cutscene. But we're getting distracted here. Okay, the couple theories that are for this screenshot right here is, what is this place, right? What is happening here? Could it be Mascot Mayhem? Could it be a new thing? But then again, this is Chapter 5 teaser, not Enhanced Plus teaser. So what are we doing here, ladies and gentlemen? Is this Fear Fortress? Very likely could be Fear Fortress, could be Wicked Ways. You never know. It could be one of in between the cutscenes, ladies and gentlemen. We know that these characters are returning, right? We know that all the characters that we've defeated so far, they're gonna come back for round 2, but specifically Jojo Gang, and it's specifically Lucky because canonically we have never defeated Jojo Gang yet. We have yet to defeat them. We've defeated Joy Kill boss. We have. But we have yet to defeat Jojo Gang in and of themselves, right? So could it be a metaphoric sign that we're gonna burn the entire place down in Fear Fortress, or whenever these suckers reunite with Malak trying to attack, huh? trying to attack us. I hope that this teaser is more like a premonition, and I actually believe that that would be the case. I don't think they're just gonna show this whole teaser just about JoJo Gang or even one character in specific. I think it's gonna be like a mixture of all these characters and all these locations. So once again, the question goes back to, what is this, ladies and gentlemen? I think this teaser is gonna set up that the monsters that you faced and defeated, they're now being reborn. They're not the same monsters anymore. All the hard work that you've done, the level of brutality, the fights that you've had with these monsters, with these characters, now you gotta have to double the hard work to defeat them, because now they've underestimated you before. They're not gonna do the same mistake again. Malak is not gonna let them make that same mistake again. And one of the theories on our Twitter, you can follow me through SmackNPie, one of you guys suggested that we might actually see only the generals in this teaser, which is very likely, because for those who are asking about Darkstar, for those who are asking about Puppet King, it's hinted that we might see them in this teaser. So hey, you might be spot on to that, because Lucky is one of the main generals, so we might see Mama Bear, Lucky in this teaser, but also Puppet King and Darkstar in this teaser as well. If that's the case, I'm so locked in, ladies and gentlemen. But more to that as we get more teasers, because I know we're probably going to get a teaser of this teaser in the coming days, so stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. Before we leave, ladies and gentlemen, I have a question to ask you guys. How excited are you guys for Silent Hill F? For Little Nightmares 3, because remember, these two games that I've just mentioned and even others are dropping this year. Silent Hill F, my most anticipated game at the moment, because Resident Evil is dropping February, is dropping later next month on September 25th, ladies and gentlemen. Followed that by next month, we have Little Nightmares 3. In between, we got By Carol's Sweet. Y'all remember that teaser that I've showed you, the gameplay trailer for that game a long time ago in one of our events, right? That game is also dropping next month. Then we also got Tormented Souls. Then we also got Chronos New Dawn, which is actually dropping in just a few days. So us horror fans, we're eating good. We're eating very well. So I got a lot of things to say about other games as well. So stay tuned. I know some of you were asking, hey, where are some they don't make Little Nightmares videos anymore. They're coming. So are Bendy videos. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be crazy right from here on out. Susu from our 100 Cal. See you in the next one.